So today I'm going to be making some school lunches. So we're going to do Halloween style lunches today for Madeline, so don't mind the noise. Small house. So we're going to be making these cutie pumpkins, mummy hot dogs, and then we're going to prep some stuff for the eyes for the tacos. And then I'm going to make the pumpkin deviled eggs because we'll eat those. And then I'm going to make mini pumpkin pizzas that I'm going to freeze today just to make it easier. And then I'm also going to make my lunches because I keep eating the weirdest food. So for lunch, or I skip it. I can't do that. So I'll either eat, like, if Kevin doesn't want to eat something, like yesterday I had a salmon quiche and I had a cutie. So I'm eating like really weird food. So today I'm going to be poaching chicken, and then I'm going to use that for a caprese pasta salad, a chicken curry salad for sandwiches, and then for chicken bacon wraps. So like mixes so that it's easy to put together and everything. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I really couldn't sleep last night for some reason. So yeah, feeling kind of weird, but we're going to do great. And I'm really excited about the Halloween lunches because I don't think we're going trick-or-treating with Madeline this year. So this is going to be kind of fun to do because then it's so just like Halloween. So if you're trying to figure out what you're going to do for Halloween, but you still want to keep that spirit alive and you want your kids to still have fun, I'm going to show you some great things that you can do today to kind of add it to their lunch for fun. You don't have to do the whole lunch theme like that. I'll probably do all of it. I'll show you how to prep most of it so that you're not trying to like fumble everything together but make it super easy. But yeah, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hey everyone, so we're back in the kitchen and I have everything set up for my poach chicken. So I have 3 organic chicken breasts over there. I have some shallots and I have thyme, rosemary, and parsley. I actually get the poultry blend herbs, that way I don't have to buy separate herbs because it's $1.99 at Kroger if you buy all the separate packages. But I'll end up wasting the herbs if I get those separate packages, so I just get the poultry blend. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so if you live near a Kroger or if you have a Meijer, I'm pretty sure most stores will have this. You want to look for the roasting herb blend. And it's nice because it has all the herbs you would normally use for like chicken, or if you're doing anything French or Italian. There's thyme, there's rosemary, and there's a little bit of parsley. So if you're not used to cooking fresh herbs and you just want to keep some on hand, this is great too. Sometimes what I'll do is if I have leftover and they're about to go, I'll just put it in the freezer and then I'll use it for stock because there's a lot of oil in the stems and everything, so it's great for stock. I have almost about a cup. I didn't do a full cup. I did about almost 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of white wine. So I'm using a Chardonnay. I don't know, use the Woodbridge one. I like the Chardonnay. I don't want anything too sweet like a Riesling. This is good. You can do, I'll stick with a Chardonnay. I'll just do a Chardonnay. And I'm going to add that to my water, and that's just going to help give it a nice flavor. And then I have some gray Celtic salt. You can use whatever you want for salt. I'm going to do about a ½ teaspoon. Actually, I'll do 1 because I've got a lot of breast in here. And then I just have 1 shallot chopped. So these are my aromatics. It's going to help make everything smell really good. So I'm going to put that all in there. Okay. And we're going to move over here for a second. So I'm going to put that on the stove right there so you can see. I have my pizza dough here, and I have my oven set at 375 right now because I'm going to make these pumpkin pizzas in a little bit. So I want to bring this up to a simmer. You'll look at my heat right here is at a medium heat right now. So I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Once it's at a medium heat, I'm going to go ahead and drop my chicken in. I might not do all this chicken. I might only do 2 of them because it's just for me. Kevin's not going to eat this. He doesn't like the texture of like a juicy chicken. I don't know. We have a lot of picky eaters in this house, except for me. 2 picky eaters. So for me, I will literally eat whatever we have, but I'm really trying to make sure I'm eating a healthier diet. So this is a really great option if you want a quick meal, and this is good for the week. So I'm gonna show you 3 different meals you can do because I really miss having kind of like fresh lunches to eat and not like picking off of Madeline's plate or eating leftover salmon. I'm sick of eating whatever is left over. So this will give you an idea of how to kind of pre-plan meals for you, and if you have a significant other, if you're trying to do something easy. And this is great for salmon too. You can actually poach salmon in here as well. I put wine in my poaching liquid because I like the flavor it gives. It makes it feel a little bit more together and everything. So I'm going to let that come up to a simmer, probably about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to drop the heat just so it stays at a simmer. And then I'll do this other breast later. So we'll let that go and we'll let it cook. And then when it's done, I'll pull it out and let it cool, and then I'll do the other breast. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and don't mind the noise because there are other people in the room. I'm going to go ahead and get our pizza dough ready so we can make our pumpkin pizzas. You know, I'm doing this because it's fun. A fun way to like celebrate Halloween, make something different. But this is a pizza dough, my 5-minute pizza dough that I made. And I made 3 different ones. I made one for pizza bites, I made one for this, and then I'm going to use the other one to do a taco roll. So, have that. I have the dough here. I just have a little bit of flour on this so that I can easily roll it out and I'll be able to cut it. And let me go get my pin. And I'm going to roll this out. And I want it to be about 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm just going to push this guy up a little bit so you can see. Sticks a little bit, that's totally okay. And I think I can get probably 6 pizzas out of this. Whatever I have left, I'll go ahead and scrap it together and I'll reuse the dough for something else. That looks about where I need to be. So I'm gonna get my pumpkin cutter. Here's my pumpkin cutter. And I got this guy at Walmart. I'm just gonna cut him like that. Oh my god, they're so cute. I'm so excited. I love themed lunches and snacks. When I was a kid, I always wanted my mom to make me lunch like this. And I had a friend, I think it was Kristen, her mom would make her like an Irish themed lunch whenever she had whenever it was St. Patty's Day, so she would have like green bread, and like she's like, oh, this is so embarrassing. I was like, I wish my mom would do that. But I didn't get to have that experience, so I thought it was kind of funny. Okay, so we got 6. I'm gonna take the dough. What I'll do is I'll make a candy corn pizza later today for fun. So I'll just take the dough, and don't throw this out. What you'll do is you'll let it sit again. You can't roll it out now because of the gluten in the dough, so it won't work. So if you let this sit, you can re-roll it out again, and it'll be fine. But got this. Love this. This was 98 cents. So that was a really fun thing to have. I like this as a big cutter, so I'll use it for sandwiches too. Okay, so I've got my pizzas on here, and I have sauce that I made on Sunday that I'm going to use. And it's kind of like almost like a cream red sauce that I know Madeline's going to really like. So I'm going to put some on each pumpkin and do about half a tablespoon of sauce per pumpkin. And you can use whatever sauce you want, honestly. I just think this one tastes good because I used it for ravioli that night. So I know it has a nice, full flavor to it. You can even do, if you have like Alfredo and your kids like Alfredo, you can do the Alfredo and put a little spinach on there. And that would be fun. And if you wanted to keep in theme, you could do these like with the orange cheese too if you wanted to. But I'm going to do mine like little jack-o'-lanterns because I think that's going to be like kind of fun. So I'm going to spread this guy here. Yeah, I think if you do the orange cheese, I think it would really make this pop and be super cute. But I like the idea of these little pumpkin pizzas that are portioned. Because what I'll do is I'll just freeze whatever I have left over, and then I'll just reheat it for her for a quick lunch or something. And then I have peppers that I cut for a mouth and the eyes. So I'll show you that, how to do that really quick. So I'll do one. So I got my like big mouth. And I got some eyes. And a little nose. Oh my gosh, how cute are you? That's cute. Maybe do these a little smaller, so I'm going to break this guy up. But I think this is something fun to have. You know, it's such a weird year, and having something like this that's kind of just in the spirit of Halloween is kind of nice. Yeah, that one's a little jacked, but whatever. So yeah. And then if you're like me, where you're like halfway through the end, you're like, let's just get this guy done. And Madeline will know which ones I did really fast. Okay, so there are little pumpkin jack-o'-lanterns. And the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little garlic powder all over the top. I think dry herbs are a great way to introduce different flavors to kids because if you put it in something familiar, they'll normally eat it, but it has to be something they're going to like. So if you have a finicky eater, someone who's super picky, try to make it fun, add some sort of sugar to it because most of the time they won't love it, but they will eat it. So I'm going to let this cook in the oven at 375 for about 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll come back and check out. Okay, so here's a really simple, fun Halloween thing to do. In the recipe that I saw, they said to use celery, but if you have a green vegetable that your kid's going to eat, Madeline will eat green onions. She'll eat them like raw by itself, green onions. So I'm just going to take 2 stems and I'm just going to stick it right in here. And you have like a little pumpkin. So then I'm going to give her 2 cuties. I might roll this. Honestly, I might even roll it in sugar to get her to eat it. So we'll see. We might do that and it'll give it a little glazed look. Okay, so I wet this cutie and I'm just going to dust it. This is totally unnecessary. I know she doesn't like cuties. I just tell her to eat it. Okay, so we got sugar on that one. Oops. And let's try this guy too. I'm just gonna leave these guys in here. Okay, so let's check our chicken. Looks like it's almost done. You can see the color has changed. And they're done. You can temp it too. It's at 165 is the temp if you're unsure if your chicken is done or not. But I'm going to pull this off, put it on a plate and let it. Okay, so these are done. Okay, so that is it for our first Halloween treats video. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to make more Halloween treats and what I'm going to do with that chicken that I poached. But hopefully you watch another video with us, and please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.